So I'm down here in Tacoma. That's what all that background road noise is Highway 60 headed over to I-5. The big city. So I rode down here after work on the Victory to water my friend Dale's house plants and outside patio plants. So I'm just sitting out here on the patio. He's gone for 2 weeks on a motorcycle trip through Montana and Idaho. So, sounded like fun, but he needed somebody to water his plants, so I thought, what the heck, it's an excuse to make the hour and 15-minute drive down here. So, smoking Brevia Coral. I don't know why I chose this, but it's kind of nice, you know. It's got a wide saddle bit, which I like. You know, it just allows you to hang it in your mouth and talk and do whatever you're doing. Water plants. Got a nice big bowl. Not real thick walls, but you know. Yeah, I just kind of like the shape. So, smoking some original Formula Balkan Sassini. How old is this? I don't know. Imported and distributed by Villager Stockaby. So maybe that tells you. $14.50 for the tin. Assuming it was purchased here. So I'm going to guess this is 5 to 10 years old. Original Formula Balkan smoking mixture was created in London at the beginning of the century by the master of tobacco blenders who first combined the aromatic pleasures of the choicest of Macedonia and Latakia leaf with the richness of Old Virginia to give the pipe smoker an unrivaled smoking pleasure. Okay, you can't not like this, right? It's good. Kind of a nice English Balkan mix. So my friend Ed was having fun creating a video poem, and I forget, he said that's it has a name, it's a style, and so I'll put a link down below. It's worth watching. I thought it was very well done, and just the message is cool, but yeah, I just have a little trouble with poetry. I've done it myself. I can remember back in junior high school, one of my best friends, his dad and mom were divorced, but his dad was from Oklahoma and had a little oil company. And so my friend would go down there during the summers and roughneck on a oil rig, you know. So that was, he had a lot of good stories to tell about that. But it killed him. He was down there and something happened. I'm not quite sure what. I think he fell from a height and it killed him. Wow. So I was pretty upset by that, actually. He was the first friend that I had lost to death. And so I ended up writing a poem, and I'm sure it was awful. But, you know, it felt good at the time to do it. So his parents were very accommodating. You know? This is shit. No, they didn't say that. So poetry, it can be really an important, powerful, focused way to express something. You know, I think of Walt Whitman's poems. I think of my girlfriend in high school that traumatized me with her emotive, woe is me poetry. Ugh. I think that's what really traumatized me about poetry. And I just can hardly bear to read it, much less hear somebody speak it these days. So when my friend Ed did his video poem, it was like, wow, that's cool, you know. Now limericks are something else. Early on in the YouTube thing, somebody had a limerick competition for a tin of tobacco or something like that. And there were some really fun limericks. So you had to do a limerick about another pipe smoker. So a few of the guys did me, and it was a lot of fun. So but generally my trauma surrounding poetry is intact, and yeah, I just have a hard time with poetry. And then cowboy poetry, which I get, some of it I actually kind of like if there's some humor in it. But again, I kind of cringe. And for somebody to be up on a stage reading their poetry, oh. So Dale has out on the back porch here this kind of cool wand thing that sprays like a nice showery spray. I'm gonna have to get one of those. I don't water anything, and so boy, if it can't make it on its own, it can't make it at my place. So I should change that, because he's got some cool plants here. Kind of a nice ride down. People are driving so fast. Is it that way around the rest of the world? Are people speeding and just seem kind of pushy? You know, maybe we just had that couple of months of really quiet roads when everything was locked down. But wow, it's not that way now. Yikes. So we're going to do, for our little town board meeting, we haven't met since March. And we usually meet once a month. And it's not, we aren't an official town, we're just kind of a wide spot with sidewalks and a sewer system and 2,500 people. We'd be a town anywhere else, right? But Washington has this Growth Management Act, and it defines, you know, what is a town, a village, an urban growth area, a city. And we are more than just a place in the country, but we're a local area of more intense rural development. Talk about planner speak. So anyway, we have a little volunteer town board that meets once a month. And we talk about things, and it's designed to facilitate a closer connection with county staff so we can get stuff done more efficiently. And it's worked quite well, actually. So, sounds kind of bogus, but it works. So we're meeting tomorrow night via Zoom. So we'll see how that goes. I'm expecting about 20 people, and I don't know. I'm the chair, so I get to moderate the group normally. Real nice bunch of people, generally. So we'll see how the Zoom meeting goes. I've only done one Zoom thing, and or no, that was WebEx. Yeah, so I haven't done Zoom yet, so we'll see how that goes. Might just be a free-for-all, who knows. Anyway, that'll be interesting. Kind of the modern way of doing meetings and stuff, you know. And I'm kind of a meeting person. I like to meet. I like the social interaction. I like the face-to-face. I like all of that. I always got a lot out of meetings, and some people didn't, you know. I get that, but I did, because my work experience, everything I do is based on relationships, and so that's where you develop relationships, is at these meetings, you know. So that is the value of them, rather than getting X, Y, and Z done in their entirety or whatever. I think it's more about relationship building, so that you can say, hey Joe, this is Tom, remember me from the meeting, blah blah blah. We've got this issue over here, and because he knows who you are, he's willing to work with you, you know. So it's efficient. This is actually a good smoke. It's mellow, but it's not. It's got some flavor, and it's got some body to it too. I like that kind of meaty quality to some tobaccos. It's like kind of chewy. This is one of those. All the sounds of the city. Where I live is just so much quieter. To each their own. I hope he's having a good time in Montana and Idaho. Lots of roads to ride there. So I'll do my best to keep his plants alive. Some of them are already like looking really bad. But now they have a lot of moisture, and I told him I'd be here twice a week. So we'll see how that works. It should be fine. That's what friends are for, right? Yeah.